Back-to-back Craig Counsell ejections. 2 games in a row. I wonder what the record is for most games in a row a manager got ejected. Probably Earl Weaver, right? Anyway, bottom 9, 2-2. This breakdown is brought to you by DraftKings. Bouncer off the plate. Tons of spin. Spins the catcher's way. Safe. Safe, they say. So they got the leadoff runner on. That's great news. They're excited. Catcher's like, that was a funky hop. Counsell comes out. The manager, it's bottom 9, tie game. Why not just go see what's going on? And he's saying he ran out of the baseline. The catcher didn't have an angle to make the throw. Interference. No, I know. But the rule is if he interferes with the first baseman, but first base was never interfered with, he can run inside the chalk all he wants. Oh, and they cut to replay on us. Here's the first baseman. And, the throw is beat. And was he interfered with? He does a weird stretch, but he could have changed his feet. The throw takes him that way. He did not interfere with the play whatsoever. He didn't interfere. Oh, we cut to another commercial. So here's the better angle of it. And yes, baseball is very weird. The runner is supposed to run in foul territory, but the base is in fair territory, and righty batters start in fair territory. It doesn't really make sense for righty batters. We've seen this all the time, many of times. He has to start there and eventually has to get over. Now, had this catcher grabbed this ball and fired it and hit the runner's back. I'm no expert in this. I've done a lot of videos, but it's always is tricky. I believe it would be interference, which is kind of a cheap part of the rule that the throw has to be interfered with for interference, or if they deem he got in the first baseman's way of making this play. Now, I think this guy playing first could have taken his right foot, stepped more towards the grass, and reached out for it, and I think he wouldn't have been in the way of the runner, but it is tricky, and he beats the throw anyway. So, I don't think there's interference. I think Counsell's just trying to get a call, and he leaves, and then he's going to come back and follow up with the umpire and say, why can't you ask? And then the umpire throws him out, much to the glee of that woman in the front row with her hands cupped. She's like, oh, yes, he did it. Ejection. We saw one. Umpire says, we were done. You came back. We were done. I'm just asking you. I'm just asking you to ask, man. There's nothing to be asked about. That's my call. He's looking at the catch. That's my call right there. He didn't have a good view of it. He got the ball clean. The guy was already passed. Thank you for DraftKings for sponsoring this breakdown, keeping the series alive.